But the most busiest day in my shop for families in a farm shop is a Sunday, where the parents bring their children in, and I have staff there to work with the parents to educate them, even here in the south where the food comes from.
Not every shop is a garden centre.
I'm not a garden centre. Don't get me
let me
wrong,
ask
sir.
you.
That's your attitude.
Let me ask you, if I may, to the very Reverend John Merrick, Dean of Exeter. Rugby's great in this part. Rugby's really popular in this part of the world, of course, and it was an unfortunate result if you're English yesterday, or indeed if you're Scottish, because Scotland lost to Italy, but or Welsh.
Bad day for Britain, in fact.
all told. There's a Scottish rugby player called Ewan Murray, who's in the front row, and 3 or 4 weeks ago there was a match, I think it was against France, on a Sunday, and he refused to play. He refused to play because it was against his religious belief to play on a Sunday. That's his job. What's all that about? Do you respect that decision?
Yes, absolutely. Because he has to... You know, all of us around this room have been emphasising the importance of choice. He's exercising that choice because he thinks the day on which we celebrate Jesus' resurrection is the day that he wants to keep as that time and space.
But we lost to France as a result, because he's...
But as an employer, I would support him, even though it causes my business problems.
You would support him?
Yes, his right of choice. And he'll come to his employer and say, I want to have that day off, so be it.
Good morning. Let's get a word from you. Hands up. You first, then I'll come to you in the back row. Hello there.
Yes, hello.
And Alex Goldberg in a second. Alex is raring to go. Come on.
Actually, do the Sabbath.
First of all, I think that Sabbath day isn't Sunday. Sabbath day is the 7th day of the week, and it is Saturday. And it was a commandment for all of mankind, not just Judaism, for all of mankind to observe, which became Saturday, and became that way because God rested on the 7th day.
Well, but God
and that
needs
is
to rest.
why.
Okay, yeah.
In
a second, back row first of all. Go on,
Can I just make a point about something I was said earlier? We don't get that much rest because we're too competitive. Yeah. We care too much who gets the credit. If we just cared that the job gets done and then it's done properly and not who gets the merit, we would not be as tired as we are.
Well, look at our Prime Minister, Alex Goldberg. Look at our Prime Ministers. Mrs Thatcher survived on very little sleep. Look at Tony Blair. There's reports in the paper today and the latest stuff in this Andrew Walmsley book that he was completely stressed out. And Gordon Brown clearly is a man who carries the weight of the world on his shoulders. We're all working too hard.
Gordon Brown should know better. He's the son of a minister. But look, I'm a Sabbath-observant Jew, which means I've got very huge strictures of what I can and can't do. I can't even get on a motor car on a Sunday. And I've worked, whilst I'm now Chief Executive of the London Jewish Forum, I've worked in mainstream environments where my colleagues were Muslim and Christian and secularists and whatever. And people respected the fact that I had that island of time, from sunset on Friday to dusk on Saturday. My wife is an international commercial lawyer. She brings in millions of pounds into our economy.
That's into your bank account, I thought you were...
No, that is very unfair. We were not going to go. And below the belt, if I could say. But what I would say is that her colleagues also respect, and so do her clients, the fact that on Friday she shuts out. Look, as a chaplain to the University of Surrey, I have to go in and see the Dean of Students once in a while and talk about exams on the Sabbath and exams on Jewish festivals. And one time, he's a devout secularist, and one time he said to me, isn't all this, you can't pick up a pen, you've got to rest, you've got to do this, isn't that a big burden on you? And I said, look, I have my BlackBerry on 24 hours a day. People do phone me about work at midnight and 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock in the morning.
On a Sabbath?
Not on a Sabbath, because I switch it off. And I switch it off and I spend time with my family because I've created an island of time. This Saturday, Sunday thing, I don't want to get into the Jewish-Christian debate on that, and I know exactly where it comes from. But choose your day and time. It could be a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday, whatever it is. But choose your island and time, because when you've finished working, you'll reflect back on your life. And I met many people with this who have got grown-up children and said, I wish I'd spent a few more days with them.
This is it.
And at the end of the debate, the Dean said, good for you. I'm thinking, where's the synagogue?
Michael?
A shared day of the week. Everybody needs the same day off, because otherwise... because...
Stop telling me what to do with my life.
Because...
I will choose my own time.
Please allow me to finish my sentence.
He needs a day off.
He does.
Yeah. But you're already telling me what to do.
But no, because if I have Wednesday off, my children are not at home. My friends are at work. I can't have community. I can't meet with my relatives. I can't spend time with my kids or my spouse. if we're all having different days of the week off. Now, although I like Sunday being the day that we have off, Keep Sunday Special campaign, because of the Day of the Resurrection, if we all decided as a community we'd shut the schools, shut the shops, shut everything, and have Friday as our day off, or Wednesday as our day
Saturday.
off... Or Saturday.
But then the problem is if you need to...
But we need to have the same day.
If you need to email Alex and he needs to email you, there's 2 days without contact with each other because he's got Saturday off and you've got Sunday.
We do Saturday
when you turn your BlackBerry on again, is your hand shaking, desperate to get it? Good morning. Hello. This lady here has a point.
I just hope our medical services and our emergency services don't feel the same way.
There we go. You had your hand up a second
Well,
ago.
I was just going to say to the gents here, isn't one of the reasons why our society is so fast-paced and we're all obsessed with work is because we'd sort of Christianity timetabled us into having Sunday as a day off instead of letting us have the freedom for the rest of the week.
Well, it's not only about a day of rest, but I think it's also a day of celebration, the Christian tradition. We need to be around together to celebrate. I think celebration is a community activity. Rest might be something we can do by ourselves, but in the Christian tradition, we're talking about rest and celebration, so we need to be doing that together. That's part of what celebration is.
Hello to you.
Thank you, Wednesday.
There it is.
I don't want to overfly the Jewish flag here, but remember we did give you the weekend after we got fed up with making bricks without straw in Egypt, and we do have a particular aversion to enslavement. Now, modern enslavement is in fact atrocious employment in some of the mass industries, and despite that human resources will emblazon their cry that our people are our finest asset, that is a falsehood. The way they treat their employees, despite ticking every box in employment law, can often be abominable, and it is that which is adding enormously to the stress of life which people carry home to their families. I don't think it matters when the restful time is, but let's return slightly to normal family life and employment practices that respect their employees in a way that is not defined in employment law.
But there will always be those, won't there, Richard, who want to work and who grab that work ethic and who want to put food on the plates at home.
No, it's not just farm, and I own a building company as well, sir, and I have people queuing up, wanting to do overtime, wanting to do extra work. They're asking to do it.
Richard, your world sounds like, you live to work as opposed to work to live. Well, you've got it wrong.
I love it. I get a buzz out of it. I may be different to other people. I get a buzz out of seeing business thrive. I like helping other businesses.
I think you should go and consult with Jenny.
I think you need to, Richard, you need to do what Jenny does every now and again. Read something spiritual, lie in a bath, light the candles.
I have one of the most beautiful farms in the world. It overlooks the sea down at Brixham, to Tor Bay, round to Dartmouth. And if I want a break, I go out and sit on those cliffs and I enjoy myself. But now I've got hundreds of screaming kids running around the public footpath because the government have opened up, shouting and yelling at us, "Hey, farmer, what's this cow I'm chasing?" And I'm being honest with you.
Jenny.
What I think, though, that...
Lifestyle guru Jenny has the last word.
The point that I think we need to get back to is the fact that we are not being efficient. We are not... We're at the bottom of the row. Our children are unhappy. Most of us are unhappy. So what we're doing is not working, and we've got to change it.
Yes, here.
Thank you all very much. And if anyone accuses me of working 7 days, this isn't work. Having a chat with a few friends in a room like this is pleasant. An exchange of views. If you have a moment to spare, let us know what you think. Exchange your views on our website. You can log on to bbc.co.uk/thebigquestions and follow the link to our message board. And send us your thoughts about our last debate. Can the planet still afford to eat meat? And you can also find details on the website of how to be in our audience. It's all there. We're in Tunbridge next week, Newcastle on March the 14th, and Edinburgh the week after that.